program, this line will be executed. So it is called as pre-processing, right? Means before execution means compilation. There are two steps in program running. First one is compilation. Second one is running. Compilation and running. Right. What is the meaning of compilation? You write the program in English. Am I right? You write the program in English. But computer cannot understand English. It can understand zeros and ones. It can understand machine language. So whatever the program you write in English, that should be converted into machine understandable. That process is called as compilation. Converting high level language means English to machine language means binary language. It is called as compilation. After converting your English program into binary language, then computer can understand and it will execute. So that process is called as running. Running in the sense executing the program. What is that? Executing the program. Executing the program. Now, this line will be executed at the time of compilation, not at the time of running. So it is called as preprocessor directive. It will be executed. It will be executed at compile time. At compile time, it will be executed. Right. Now, why it is calling as directive? It gives direction to the compiler. It gives direction to compiler. So compilation process can be done by a special software that is known as compiler. That software is a compiler. So it gives direction to compiler. So it is called as directive. So it gives direction to compiler. So it is called as directive. Right. Now why we have to use this line here? What is the use of hash include stdio.h? Suppose I need a tablet. Where it will be available? It will be available in medical shop. Suppose I want to do a function at my home. I need so many tables, so many chairs, so many tents. From where I can bring them in tent house, from tent house. So in the same manner, to write a program, you require so many tools. Those tools are available in these header files. To use those header file functions, you have to include in your program. Then only you can use the functions, those are available in this header file. So before going to use those functions, you have to include this header file. So whenever you write a hash include stdio.h, then what happens? The code inside this header file will be copied into your program. It copy the content of header file into our program. Right. Header file into our program. This is the use of this hash include stdio.h. Right. So this is about the first statement. Now, why we have to write this main method? So there are so many statements in the program. Compiler should start at which line? Compiler should start the program at which line? That is very, very important. So compiler always starts the execution from main method. So it is compulsory method. You should write a main method compulsorily. Why it is calling as main? Means it is compulsory. It is very, very important. So what is main method? Main method. Right. What is main method? It is core. Core means it is very, very important. It is the core of any program. Right. Main method is there in C language. Main method is there in C++ language. Main method is there in Java language. In so many programming languages, always program starts its execution from main. So it is called as first executable statement. It is a first executable statement. Executable statement. It is first executable statement. Your program will be executed from this line only. Right. So it is called as entry point of any program. It is entry point of program. It is entry point of program. It is compulsory. You have to write at least one main method. It is mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory. You have to write a main method compulsory. You should not leave it. So it is compulsory. It is very, very important. But you cannot write more than one time. So it is unique. It should be unique. It is unique means you should not duplicate, or it cannot be duplicated. It cannot be duplicated. You should not write main method twice or thrice. So you have to write main method only one time. So the body inside the main method, the body means whatever you are writing here, that is called as body of main method. It should be write by you. So it is called as user defined function. It is not predefined function. It is user defined. How you want to define? It is in your hand. Whatever the statements you want to write, how you want to define, what are the statements you want to write, that you can write. So it is purely user defined function. User defined function. Right. We can write main method in 6 formats. We can write main method in 6 formats. It can be write. It can be write in 6 models. 6 models. First model is you can write like main. That's it. Or you can write int main also. You can write. Or void main also you can write. I am using void main. No, void main also you can write. Or you can write main of void. It also you can write. Or you can write int main of void. It is also you can write. Or void main of void. It is also possible. You can write this program, this main method in these 6 formats. Right? All are lowercase letters only. So don't use any uppercase letter here. All are lowercase letters. A main method can be write in these 6 models. This is about a main method. Right. Next. What is processing statements? Why we have to write these processing statements? Now, processing statements. So why we have to write program? By writing program, we can give solution to a particular problem. There is a problem. We need to write the solution for that. That solution is nothing but processing statements. These statements tells to the compiler what to do, how to do, when to do. This tells what to do, how to do, when to do. Time also important, procedure also important, what we have to do, that is also important, when to do. So these are the statements. Those tells about these 3: what to do, how to do, when to do. So these are the steps or statements. Those describe means explains. Those describe what to do, how to do, and when to do. For what? In order to solve a problem. In order to solve the problem. Why we have to write this code? To give a solution to a problem. So this is about processing statements. So the steps we have to write in a program to explain what to do, how to do, when to do to solve a problem. This is nothing but processing statements. So these are the common points in any C programming language. These are the common points in any C programming language. Right. Now, here I used semicolon. Right. Now, what is the meaning of semicolon? In all the programs, you have to use semicolon. What is the using semicolon? See, why I have given space here? What is the use of space here? Space is to separate the words. Why I put full stop here? It is used to indicate the statement was completed, means sentence was completed. Why we have to use, why we have to move to next line? Means this paragraph was completed. So to tell that each line completed, a line of code was completed, that is indicated by semicolon. That is indicated by semicolon. Right? Any doubt? Good. End of the statement. Kamalesh. Good. Right. So I will explain what is that is called as statement terminator. The name of that line is that semicolon is called as statement terminator. Good. Statement terminator. Right. Now, each and every statement. What is the meaning of statement? Can you tell me? What is a statement in program? Statement is nothing but an instruction given to computer. An instruction given to computer in the sense compiler. Given to compiler is called statement. Now, every statement must be terminated. Every statement must terminate with semicolon. What is that? Semicolon. That is called statement terminator. Statement terminator. Right. Now, what is the symbol for statement terminator? The statement for statement terminator is semicolon. It is the statement terminator. After completion of every statement, you have to put semicolon. It is compulsory, right? So now write down this, note down this one. After that, I will continue the class. Jyotirmayi, Kamlesh, write down this. Srushti, is it clear to you? Good, good. My dear students, better to write down, better to note down this. It will be very helpful for you. Can I scroll down? Jyotirmay, can I scroll down? Can I scroll down? How far you finished? Up to main method or it include statements? Can you ping a message? All completed. Good, 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 good. Right. Processing statements. Sai, note down this. Good, good. In C programming language, after every statement, you have to put the symbol, semicolon. It is called as statement terminator. Can I scroll down up to processing statements? Kamlesh, good. Right. Jyotirmay, good. After completion of writing, please tell me. I can go to next topic. Next topic. Okay, right. Good. See, don't write while I am teaching, right? So better to listen, then I will give time to write. Right. Now see, this is a sample C program, no? Hash include stdio.h, void main, open curly bracket, closing curly bracket, inside the processing statements. Now, what is the use of this symbol? Why we have to use open curly bracket there? So, whenever you purchase a site, what you will do? You will stick some stones at the edges. Those are called as borders. Am I right? What it indicates? It indicates the site in between 4 stones is related to you. In the same manner, it indicates main method begins from here. It indicates main method ends with this. So it is used to indicate the beginning. It is used to indicate the ending. So the names of this is open delimiter. First open bracket is called as open delimiter. What is the symbol for this? Open curly bracket. It is called as open delimiter. What is the use of this one? It is used to indicate the beginning of function or block. Block means a group of statements. Block or user defined reference. User defined reference means if, switch, while, for. You can go through all these concepts in future, right? So it is just used to indicate the beginning of a function, beginning of a block, beginning of user defined function, user defined references. Okay, it is used to indicate the beginning of anyone. Now, what is the use of closing curly bracket? What is the name of that one? It is known as closing delimiter. What is the name of that one? Closing delimiter. The symbol is closing curly bracket. Right. What is the use of this one? It is used to indicate the ending of function completed, or block completed, or user defined reference completed. User defined reference means a block defined by you, user defined reference. So if you want to indicate the closing, you have to use closing curly bracket. If you want to indicate the opening, beginning, you have to use open curly bracket, right? These two. Note on these two. Open delimiter and closing delimiter. You should not say open curly bracket. You should not say closing curly bracket, right? You have to say whenever you see this open delimiter. Whenever you see this, you have to say closing delimiter, right? Note. After completion of writing, please tell me. I can go to next concept. Right, completed. Good. Now see here. I put some symbol here. Divided by and divided by, slash slash. What is the use of this one? See, suppose you got a job and right, it is about Kamlesh, comments. Good. Good. It is comments. Now, what is the use of comment? Why we have to write it in program? Suppose you got a job and you developed a software. After development, what you will do? You will remove from that project and you can assign by another project. You developed one project that was delivered to user. After deliver, the user may get some doubt. Who will clear that? To clear those doubts and to do some modifications, there is another team, maintenance team. You are the developers team. You developed that project and delivered to end user. After that, your duty is completed. Now, new team will be into the picture. That team is known as maintenance team. How maintenance team can understand what is the code written by you? For that, you have to write comments. For simply, whenever you purchase a new item, for then you will get one booklet. Am I right? Whenever you get a TV, whenever you purchase a TV, whenever you purchase a washing machine, or whenever you purchase a fridge, you will get a booklet. What is the use of booklet? By going through the booklet, you can understand how to use it, how it will be functional, In the same manner, in your application also, while writing the code, you have to write some messages. I am writing this code for this. I am writing this function for this. I am creating a variable for this. You have to write like this. So that is just for maintenance team, not for computer. That is called as comment. Comment is nothing but it is a message which improve the clarity of program. So comment is a message which improve the clarity of program. It improve the readability. Of program. It improve the understandability. Of program. So it is just for you, not for computer. So it won't compile. Comments doesn't compile. What is the meaning of doesn't compile? Compile means it doesn't convert it to machine code. Comments does not converted into machine language, machine code. It doesn't execute also. Comment does not execute. It does not execute also. Why you are writing this? It is just for compiler. It is just for user. It is just for user. It is two types. How many types? It is two types. One is single line comment. single line comment. Second one is multi-line comment. Two types of comments are there. Multi-line comment. Now, what is the meaning of single line comment? Single line comment is nothing but a comment which fit in one line. Who is this Kamalesh? Good. Comment is nothing. Single line comment. What is the meaning of single line comment? A comment which fit in one line is called single line comment. Is called a single line comment. It is also called as line comment. It is also called as, sometimes it is called as line comment. How it should be begin? It always begins with which symbol? Tell me. Which always, I already used it there. Always begins with by symbol. By symbol. It always begins with by symbol. Right? I will give an example. We have to start with slash and slash. This is single line comment. Now, what is multi-line comment? Multi-line comment is nothing but sometimes the comment is not small, it is big. It won't fit in one line. It will be in multiple lines. Then it is called as multi-line comment. A comment which is too big, which does not fit in one line. It present in multiple lines. Then it is called multi-line comment. Multi-line comment. It is also called as, one more name is there. It is also called as block comment. Block comment. It always enclosed. How to write it? It always enclosed within slash and star. Here you have to write multi-line comment. Finally, you have to close with star and slash. Star and slash. Now I will give you an example. You have to start with slash and star. Here you have to write multi-line comment. This is example to multi-line comment. It is in multiple lines. It is in multiple lines, like that. Yet finally, you have to write star and by operator, right? So this is about multi-line comment. In this way, you can write comments in two ways. One is single line, second one is multi-line comments. Now, note down this about comments. Good, Kamlesh, good. Your response is very good. Right. Good. Note on this, my dear friend. Right. After completion of writing, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave from the class for today. Digendra Singh, do you have any doubt?
Sir, by how much time it will get completed?
45 days, sir. 45 days. Right? What is
Okay.
today? 9th, no? Next month, 9th, 30 days. After that, 15 days. Means nearly 24th. 24th June.
Okay.
Okay, right. Jyotirmay, any doubt? No, good. Kamlesh Rai, do you have any doubt? Payal Shushkar, if you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir, data structures will be covered over here, or that is a separate batch?
That is separate batch. DS is separate, C language is separate. Okay.
Okay.
Both cannot be finished within the 45 days.
Yeah, yeah.
DS also it will take 45 days.
Okay. So that will be like executed when this will complete, or is that is a different batch going on?
That is different batch. After this, you can learn DS, right?
Okay.
Okay. Can I close the class? Can I close the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, friends. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, right. Today, I am going to explain. Before going to write the program, we have to write the algorithm. Today, I will explain what is algorithm, how to write them. Right. Can I wait a minute? All right. Now, what is algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure. If you want to ride a bike, there is a procedure. What is the procedure? You have to start the bike with key. Then there are some gears. You have to move to first gear. Then you have to start the vehicle. After that, second gear. After that, third gear. After that, fourth gear. Whenever you want to slow, then you have to come back from fourth gear to third gear to second gear, like that. Yet finally, if you want to stop, then you have to press the brakes and you have to come back to neutral and then you have to stop the vehicle. It is nothing but step-by-step procedure. In the same manner, we have to write step-by-step procedure to solve a problem. That procedure is called as algorithm. Today, I will explain some algorithms before going to solve the problems. Right. Now, what is the algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure. Step-by-step procedure. Right. It always begins with the start. It always begins with start. And it always ends with the stop. It always ends with stop. Now, what is algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure. Algorithm always begins with which letter? Start letter. Algorithm always ends with which letter? Stop letter. Right. If you want to perform any operation, you have to use calculate keyword. To perform any operation, we have to use calculate keyword. Right. Now I will solve some programs and algorithms for you. First one is write an algorithm to find sum of two numbers. Now it is nothing but step-by-step procedure. First step, it is always start. To find the sum of two numbers, what we have to do? We should have two numbers, no? We have to read two numbers. Reading means we have to use input keyword. Input. What is the question? Type two numbers. You have to type two numbers. After that, what we have to do? We have to read. The numbers are A, B. I am thinking first number is A, second number is B. To print this message, you have to use display or print message. Display command or print command you can use. After reading A, B, you can find the sum. How to find? You have to use calculate. What you are going to find? Sum. What is the formula? A plus B. It is the formula. In this way, you can find the sum of two numbers. After finding the sum, you have to print the result. For that, you can use print command or you can use display command. Display sum. Finally, you have to stop the program. In this way, you can write an algorithm to find the sum of two numbers. Listen carefully. What is algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure to solve a problem. Algorithm always begins with which keyword? Start keyword. This is. Algorithm always ends with which letter? Stop letter. To perform any operation, which keyword I have to use? Calculate. Calculate keyword I have to use. To read the data, which keyword I have to use? To read the data, we have to use input keyword. Input keyword. To print the output, which keyword I have to use? Display keyword I have to use. To print result, we have to use display or print keyword. Is it okay? How to write an algorithm? Now note down this. Note on this one. After completion of writing, please tell me. Right, completed. Now, I will write one more algorithm and I will go to next topic. Write an algorithm to find area of rectangle. How to find area of rectangle? First of all, we have to start the algorithm. What is the formula to find the area of rectangle? Tell me. Formula is length into width. Am I right? Good. Here we have to read length, we have to read width. How to read them? Before going to read, we have to ask type. What we required? Length as well as width we required. Right. How to read the data? By using which keyword? By using input keyword. Input of length means L, width means W. After reading length comma width, what we can do? We can find the area. To calculate anything, you have to use calculate keyword. Calculate. Area equal to length into width. Now you find the area. After that, what to do? You have to display the result. How to display? By using display command. Display. What you have to display? Area. Now display area. After displaying the area, what we have to do? Finally, we have to stop the loop algorithm. So stop. It is the algorithm. We have to start. After that, we have to read length comma width. After reading length comma width, we can find the area. After finding, we have to display the result. After that, we have to stop the program. It is a simple program to find area of rectangle. Right? Note on this one. Kamlesh. Good response. Yes, L and W, here L and W are variables. Okay. I didn't tell you why, because you don't know what is variable. That's why I didn't tell you. Right? Actually, L is a variable, W is a variable. Some new students are there. They may feel what is a variable. Right? I will explain you later. L for length, W for width. How to get area? By multiplying length into width. So in that way, I find the area and print. Right. After completion of writing, please tell me. Good. Completed. Good. Now, the next topic in C programming language is what is data types? What is the meaning of data type? Whenever you go to cool drink shop, there are so many cool drinks: Thumbs Up, Maaza, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. What are these? These are nothing but types of drinks. Whenever you go to hotel, there are so many things: idli, dosa, chapati. What are those? Those are the types in tiffin. In the same manner, data also having some types. Those are nothing but data types. Now, what is a data type? Actually, it is a keyword. It is a keyword. Keyword means a reserved word. Data types are reserved for some purpose. So it is called as keyword. It explains about type of data. It explains about type of data.
Daddy loves my food.
Right. It explains about type of data. C language provides 4 types of data types. C provides how many types of data types? 4 types of data types. I will explain in table. See this? Right. It is serial number. It is a data type name. It is size of data type. It is example. Right. How many data types are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 types of data types are there. Now on keyboard you can see letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D. Alphabets you can see on keyboard, no? Those are nothing but character data type. Character. In computer it can be treated as character. And you can find a plus symbol, minus symbol, into symbol, by symbol. All symbols also characters. Right. Now on keyboard you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. When you press 1 and 0, then it becomes 10. When you press 1, 2, 5, then it becomes 125. So all these are known as numbers. In C language, those are called as integers. Those are called as integers. In between 1 and 2, you can find 1.1, you can find 1.2, you can find 1.12, like this. All these are called as floating point numbers. So float. Now same 1.1, 1.2, 1.12, all these are also called as double. Now you may get one doubt. Sir, what is float? What is double? You are saying 1.1 is float. Again you are saying 1.1 is double. It's not good. But what is the difference between float and double? You have to identify that. Float and double both are same. But how many precisions are there? Precisions are nothing but digits after dot operator. Those are called as precisions. How many precisions are there? It depends upon float and double. Suppose I will give 2 examples to you. Note. Example 1. I am taking a float variable. Float result equal to 100 by 3. I am taking double variable. Double result equal to 100 by 3. Now what will be the answer for 100 by 3? 33.3333 like this. Here also 100 by 3 is equal to same 33.33. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and so on. But float maintains 6 precisions. It maintains only 6. See this, 3 and 3, 6 precisions. Whereas double maintains 10 precisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it maintains 10 precisions. How many precisions are there? It becomes, if a number having 10 precisions, then it is called double. A number having only 6 precisions, then it is called float. Here see, it has only 1 precision. Now you cannot predict whether it is float or whether it is double. It may be double or it may be float also. Right. Like this, the difference between float and double is that just the precisions, the difference of precisions is called as float or double. Now, whenever you store the data in computer, it occupies some size. The size of alphabets is only 1 byte. 1 byte. The size of integer, it is 2 bytes. It is 2 bytes. The size of float, it is 4 bytes. It is 4 bytes. The size of double, it is 8 bytes. It is 8 bytes. Now, this is about data types. Now, what you find here? What is the note here? Float maintains how many precisions? Float data type maintains 6 precisions. Double data type maintains 10 precisions. 10 precisions. Right. So this is about data types. How many data types are there in C language? 4 types of data types are there. Right. Now write out this. Note down this. Kamlesh. Yes, space also a character. In simple terms, whatever you type using keyboard, all are characters only. After that, it will be converted into integer. After that, it will be converted into double. After that, it will be converted into float. Right? So suppose I mentioned a character 5, digit 5. It is integer. Suppose I mentioned within the single quotation, then it is a character. Right? Whatever you can find on keyboard, all are characters only. String is different. I will tell you what is string later. Right? These are about data types. After completion of writing, please tell me, friends. Right. Now, the next one is modifiers. What is the meaning of modifier? My dear friends, suppose I have 2 liters water bottle. In that 2 liters water bottle, how much of milk can I pour? How much of milk can I store? I can store half liter. I can store 1 liter. I can store 1.5 liter. Up to 2 liters, I can store. Am I right? Yes. If I pour beyond 2 liters, then what happens? In 2 liters water bottle, suppose I pour 3 liters milk, then what happens? 1 liter milk will be wasted, overflow and wasted. Right. Now, in the same manner, what is the size of integer? Integer size is 2 bytes. In this 2 bytes memory, you can store 32,767 2 minus 32,768. The numbers in between these two, we can store in integer. Suppose there is an employee whose salary is 40,000. Now, can I store 40,000 in integer? Is it possible? Not possible. Why? Because in 2 liters water bottle, we cannot store 3 liters of milk. In the same manner, in integer, you cannot store 40,000, value 40,000. Now, 40,000 is actually round number, no? It is just like as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It is integer only, but we cannot store 40,000 in integer. Then what to do? We have to increase the size of the bottle. If you want to store 3 liters milk, then you have to increase the size of the bottle. If the bottle size is 5 liters, then it is okay. If the bottle size is 3 liters, then also it is okay. In the same manner, you have to change the size of integer. For that, you have to use modifiers. Now, what is a modifier? Modifier is nothing but it is a keyword. It is also a keyword. It is a keyword. Keyword means a reserved word. It is a keyword. What is the use of this one? It is used to modify or alter the meaning of data types. The meaning of data types. C language provides 4 types of modifiers. C language means C language. C language provides 4 types of modifiers. One is long. Second one is short. Third one is signed. Fourth one is unsigned. Unsigned. Right. These 4 are the types of modifiers. Suppose I want to increase the size of integer, then I have to write long integer. It will increase the size of integer. Suppose I want to decrease the size of integer, then I can write a short integer. Suppose I want to store only positive numbers. Positive numbers means signed or unsigned. Number 10, it is positive number. Sign is there or not? No sign. Without sign. So it is nothing but unsigned. So if you want to store only positive numbers, unsigned integer you have to use. unsigned integer. If you want to store only negative number, so you have to use signed integer. Signed integer. In this way, you can use modifiers. Modifiers are used to modify the meaning of data types. Right? So write on this. What is modifier? Is it clear? Jyotirmayi, Singh, Payal, Shagil Khan. Are you getting? Are you understanding what I am saying? What I am saying? Good, good, good. Note on this modifier. Completed? Right, good. Now, the next topic is what is variable? So, whenever you go to college, you will take a bag, you will take a lunch box, you will take a water bottle. What is the use of water bottle? Why we have to take? What is the use of lunch box? What is the use of college bag? All these are containers. Those help to store something. If you want to store water, then you need a bottle. If you want to store lunch, then you need a lunch box. If you want to store books, then you need a bag. Those containers are called as variables. That's it. Now, what is a variable? Variable is nothing but it is a container. What is that? It is a container. What is the use of this one? It is used to store the data. What you can store here? The data you can store. So, it is a container, it can store the data. In a variable, you can store only one value. Its capacity is to store a single value. So, it can store only one value. Right. Where these variables will be created inside the memory? So, these variables are created inside the memory. So, your water bottle, it will be kept in a bag. Your lunch box, it is also kept in bag. In the same manner, variables always created inside the computer memory. So, it creates inside the computer memory. Why it is called as variable? Why it is not box? Why it is not container? Why it is called as variable means it can vary its value. Vary means it can change its value. Vary, variation, change. So it is called as variable. It can change its value. Change its value. So it is called as variable. Now I will explain how to create variable in memory. using paintbrush. See this? This is called memory. Here you have to name it as memory. What is the name of this one? It is called memory. Here you can store data. Suppose I want to store roll number. For that I have to create a container. Suppose I want to store student name. For that I have to create a container. Suppose I want to store average marks. For that I have to create a container. So these are nothing but containers created inside the memory, right? But every container should have a name. Now in this I am going to store roll number. So I named it as roll number. In this container I am going to store student name. So I will create a name student name. In this I am going to store average marks of a student. So I am going to name it as average marks. So it is about this container is roll number. This container means this variable is S name. This variable is average. So every variable must have a name or not? Yes, it must be identified by a name. It must be identified by a name. Right. So these are about variables. How many variables I created here? In this example, I created 3 variables. This is about variables. Right. This is about variables. Now, what is a variable? Variable is a container. What we can store in this container? We can store the data. Right? How many values we can store in one container? In one container, we can store only one value. It cannot store more than one value. Right? So, where these variables will be created? Inside the memory, computer memory. It can change its value. So, it is called as variable. Every variable must be identified by a specific name. It must have a name. So, this is about a variable. Note this. What is a variable? Kamlesh, in our days, in today's, all the computers are having some GBs of data, some GBs of memory. So out of memory is not occurred in these days. Okay. A variable may be 1 byte or 2 bytes or 4 bytes or 8 bytes. There is no chance to overcome it. After completion of writing, please tell me. Completed? Can I go to next topic? Good, good, right. Now, the next topic is how to create these variables. Means creation of variables or declaration of variables. Declaration of variables. Now see here, how many variables I created here? I created 3 variables. One is roll number, second one is student name, third one is average marks. Here I created roll number, I created student name, I created average marks. Now for this container, how much of memory I have to allocate? That can be told by mention the data type. In this variable, what you can store? You can store a roll number. Roll number means it is integer. Am I right? It is a number, no? Roll number is nothing but number. Number means integer. So you have to write integer here. Whenever you write integer, what is the size of integer? Tell me. The size of integer is 2 bytes. Computer create a variable with a 2 byte size and named it as RNO. Right. So what is the size of this container? Only 2 bytes, because I mentioned integer here. The size of integer is 2 bytes. Now, in this, what you can store? You can store student name. Suppose I want to store Kamesh. Means how many letters are there in Kamesh? 6 letters. So letters are nothing but characters. Am I right? So I have to specify characters. In that I am going to store 6 letters. So this is about string. What is this? This is about string. If you don't mention the size, then it is character. If you mention the size, then it is called as string. String is nothing but a group of characters. Here you can store 6 characters. Suppose you mentioned 100 here. Now you can store up to 100 characters. In this way, you can create a string. In this average, what you can store? You can store the average marks of a student. The average means float, 80.5%, 90.5%, right? If a number having dot operator, then it is called float, no? So in this way, you have to create variables. You have to create variables, right? Now these 3 are the examples. What is the syntax? Tell me. How to create a variable? Syntax means how to create, how to use. That is known as syntax. First of all, we need to mention what? First of all, we need to mention the data type. What we have to mention? Data type we have to mention. After that, what we have to mention? We have to mention the variable name. After that, we have to mention the variable name we have to mention. Right. This is about syntax. This is about examples. 3 examples and 1 syntax. Now, how to create a variable? Tell me. By mentioning the data type as well as by mentioning the variable name, you can create a variable. So, variable can be created by mention the data type and variable name right? It is the way of creating variables. These 3 lines create 3 variables like this inside the memory, right? Creation and declaration both are same words. Creation of variable or declaration of variable both are same. Note of this. My dear friends, all these are demo classes, right? I will take just 50 minutes per day. After completion of demo classes, I will take entire full hour, 1 hour class I will take, right? Now, after writing this, if you have any doubt, you can ask, otherwise you can leave. After writing this, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave from the class. I will explain you, Kamlesh, how we can assign the value to a variable. I will explain later, right? Just now we are, I am saying that how to create a variable, that's it. Later I will explain all the things. Don't worry. Shagil Khan, is it okay to you? Can I close the session? Can I close the session? Hands up. Completed your writing? Thank you. Good, good. Thank you. Jyotirmay, am I audible?
Yes.
Good. Today I am going to explain what are the scope rules of variables. Right. Now, what is the meaning of scope rules of variables means? In previous class, you created 3 variables, no? One is roll number, second one is S name, third one is average AVG. You named 3 variables. One is roll number, second one is S name, third one is average. What are the rules we have to follow while naming a variable? Those are nothing but scope rules of variables. Suppose before going to name a hospital, you should take care. It should be end with a hospital. Suppose it is a college. The college name always ends with a college. In the same manner, there are some rules while naming a variable. Those rules are called as scope rules of variables. First rule, the variable name always begins with an alphabet. That is the rule number 1. The variable name must begin with an alphabet. See, what is the meaning of this one? I will explain here how to write the names, how to don't write the names. Here I will explain do's. Here I will explain don'ts. Right. I can create a name like this. Number 1, it is valid. First number, it is invalid. Why? Because variable name must begin with an alphabet. It should not begin with a digit. That is the rule number 1. Alphabet, or it can begin with underscore also. Underscore. What is the meaning of underscore? Like this you can write. Underscore number 1. It is also possible. So the variable name must begin with alphabet or underscore. That is the rule number 1. Second rule is the name should not have any spaces. Variable name does not allow spaces. Does not allow spaces. You cannot write a variable like this. Even sum. You should not give space in between the variable name. Right? That is this point, second point. It allows only underscore. Only underscore means it doesn't allow any special character. It does not allow any special character except underscore. What is the meaning of this one? You cannot write even minus sum, or you cannot write even at the rate of sum. You cannot use any special characters in between the variable name. You can use only one symbol, that is underscore. You can write like this. Even underscore sum you can write. You cannot give spaces. You cannot use special symbols. You can use only one symbol, that is underscore. It is the third rule. Fourth rule is it should not be a keyword. It should not be a keyword. A keyword cannot be used as a variable name. Keyword is nothing but it is a reserved word. The reserved words cannot be used for variable name. So it should not be a keyword. Last point is the length of variable should not exceed 32 characters. The length of variable should not exceed 32 letters. 32 letters or 32 characters. These are the rules we have to follow while naming a variable, right? So in this way you can create a variable. In this way you should not create a variable, right? So write out this. Write out this. Scope rules of variable. Shagil Khan. Good. Completed? Don't write while saying, right? Better to listen. Listen first, then you can write. What about others? Jyotirmayi completed? Srikar completed or not? Jyotirmay, no. Write down. Okay. No. No doubt. Good. Good. Right. Now you came to know what is variable. Variable is nothing but a container, just like as water bottle, just like as bag, just like as a lunch box. It can store the data. Right. Variables creates inside the memory, and every variable must be identified by a specific name. These are the about variables. Now next one is constant. What is the meaning of constant? Constant is also a variable, but it cannot change its value. But it cannot change its value. So it is also a variable. Variable means a container which can store the data, but it cannot change its value. If you try to change its value, then you will get error. If you try to change the value of constant, then we will get error. We will get error. That is nothing but constant. Pi value, pi equal to 3.14. It is a constant. Like that, constant value cannot be changed. Right. Now we can create constant in two ways. We can create a constant in two ways. There are two ways are there. First one is create a constant using hash define command. Hash define command. By using hash define command, you can create a constant. Example. Hash define. I am going to define a constant. Constant name is pi. Its value is 3.14. Like that, you have to create a constant. Right. Here, hash define is a command. Second one. Create a constant using const keyword. There is a keyword const, constant. Using this, you can create a constant. Example is integer variable name, constant name is pi. Its value is 3.14. Integer means number. Integer means number. It is a data type. Integer pi equal to 3.14. It is a variable. Now I can convert it into constant by using const. After using this const, you cannot change its value. Pi value you cannot change. Here you have to give equal to operator. Here you have to give space. Both are separate syntax. So it is different. It is different. Now you can create a constant in two ways. One is by using hash define. Second one is by using constant keyword. Right. So this is about constants. Note of this. After completion of writing, please tell me. Good. Now, what is identifier? Next heading is identifiers. Now, my name is MCP Sahed. You can understand, you can identify me by a name MCP Sahib. I can understand you, I can identify you by a name. There is Jyotirmayi, there is Sushkar, there is Shagil, there is Shrikar, there is Singh. In this way, I can understand you, I can identify you with a name. So the name is nothing but identifier. The name given to human being, that is identifier. The name given to college, the name given to computer, the name given to book, the name given to pen, all are known as identifiers. In the same manner, in computer, the names allocated to variables, the names allocated to constants, the names allocated to functions, all are identifiers. So the names allocated to variable or constant or function or user defined reference. User defined reference means you can define your own name. So those are called as user defined references. The names allocated to these is called as identifiers. Example 1. I create integer number equal to 10 or integer roll number equal to 10. Now, here roll number is nothing but a variable name. That is nothing but identifier. Here roll number is identifier of variable. That variable can be identified by a name roll number. So it is called as identifier. How to identify this one? This variable name is roll number. It is identifier. How to identify this one? It is S name. How to identify this one? It is average marks. In the same manner, here it is the variable name. It is identifier. Example 2. Hash define pi 3.14. Here pi is an identifier. Pi is nothing but identifier. Here pi is an identifier. Identifier of what is pi here? Constant. The name given to constant, that is identifier. Now, example 3. Example 3. Void main. Main method. The main is nothing but method name. The name given to method. Here, main is identifier of a function. Of a function. Function means a task. Whatever you want to do, that should be right within the main method. So it is nothing but a task. The name main given to function. So it is called as identifier, right? So these are the identifiers. The names given to variable, the name given to constant, the name given to function, all are called as identifier, right? Write down. Note on this. My dear friends, after completion of writing, please tell me. Right. Jyotirmayi, Shagil completed. Good. Now, right. Shushkar also completed. Now, here I allot a name to variable. I allot a name to constant. I allot a name to function. These are the names allocated by me. These are the identifiers created by me. But there are so many identifiers already created in the system. So those are called as keywords. What are those? Keywords. Keywords are nothing but predefined identifiers already defined in the system. So what is a keyword? Keyword is nothing but it is a predefined identifier already defined in the system. It is a system defined identifier. Already these are defined by system. So C language supports 32 keywords. C supports 32 keywords. C language supports how many keywords? 32 keywords. You should not alter the meaning of keyword. Suppose there is a keyword main. It is just for main methods. You should not alter the meaning of that one. So the meaning of keyword cannot be changed. If you try to change, then you will get error. If you try to change the meaning of keyword, then you will get error. Then you will get error. What are the keywords? I will give some examples here. Int, char, float, double, wide, long, short, signed, unsigned, if, else, switch, go to, break, continue. These are the examples of keywords. 32 keywords are there. Already these names are already defined in the system. While, for, do, struct, union, enum, type def, null, auto, static, register, extern, and so on. There are so many 32 keywords are there. Some of them I mentioned here. So you should not alter the meaning of keywords. These are specially designed for specific purpose. You should not change the meaning of keywords. Right? Note on this. Go to is a single word. You should not give space in between the name. I already told you. In name, you should not give any space. Spaces doesn't allow. If completed, please tell me. Shushkar completed. Good. Shagil Khan also completed. The next topic is format specifiers. What is the meaning of format specifiers? Oh, in India, there are so many parties. Am I right? BJP, Congress, Telangana, TRS, TDP, YSRCP. What is the symbol of BJP? Tell me. Lotus, am I right? What is the symbol of Congress? Hand symbol. Every party is having a name, no? Now, what is the use of symbol? Why we have to use symbols? Why we have to use symbols? Tell me. So many people don't read. They cannot read the names. But they can understand the symbols. In the same manner, there are so many data types. For each data type, C language provides a format specifier, means symbol. For each data type, C language provides a symbol that is known as format specifier. How many data types you know? Character. For character, %C. Character can be represented by using %C. C for character. Integer data type. Integer means %I for integer or %D. D for decimal number. If you want to read a number, then %D or %I you have to read. You have to use. Float. Float is nothing but 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 decimal point numbers. Those are represented by %F. Double. Double also floating point number. 1.5, 1.6, 1.7 like that. %LF. It is a format specifier. A is a character. What is Rama? Rama is a single character or 4 characters? Group of characters. Group of characters is called as string. It can be represented by %S. Long integer. It can be represented by %LD. L for long, D for decimal number. Long decimal number. Signed int. It is used to store only negative numbers. It can be understood by using percentage U. Sorry, it is unsigned. Unsigned int, percentage U. Pointer variable, percentage P. It can be identified by percentage P. Octal number. It can be understood by percentage O. Hexadecimal number. Hexadecimal number. It can be understood by percentage small x or percentage capital X. These are the some of the format specifiers we can use in C programming language. Now, what is the meaning of format specifier? Format specifier is nothing but right. Read in reverse. It is specify the format of data type. Read this in reverse. It is specify the format of data type. That is nothing but format specifier. Format specifiers are nothing but it is a special characters. It is a special character. It always begins with which symbol? Tell me. It always begins with which symbol? Percentage symbol. It always begins with percentage symbol. What is the use of this one? It is used to specify the format of data type. When you can use these symbols? While reading the data and while printing the data. So it can be used. It can be used while input means reading the data or output means printing the data. It can be used in input and output operations. Right. These are the format specifiers. Note on this. Shagil Khan, you asked one question. What is pointer variable? Pointer variable is nothing but it is a variable which can store the address. It is one of the unit in C language. I will explain you what is a pointer later, right? So to represent pointer, we have to use percentage P. That's it. Note on this one. Pointer is opposite to variable. Variable can store the data. Pointer can store the address. I will explain you why we have to store the address. What is the need of pointers later. After completion of writing, please tell me. Right, Shagil completed. Jyotirmay also completed. Right. Now, I will explain the next concept, that is escape sequence. Escape sequences. What is the meaning of escape sequences? Before going to explain this, I will explain a concept in paintbrush. Paintbrush. Now I want to write a leave letter. Now I take a white paper, writing a leave letter like this. Leave letter, Guntur, to the principal, so and so college. Respected sir, I am suffering from fever. So please grant me leave for 2 days. Thanking you, sir. Yours faithfully. My name, my signature, like that. Is this leave letter acceptable or not acceptable? Not acceptable, am I right? Why? What is the reason? It is in English, no? He can understand. He can grant me the leave, but he won't do. Why? Because it is not in specific format. How to write a leave letter? In center, you have to write leave letter. Here you have to write Guntur and date. Left side you have to write to the principal so and so college. Here you have to write respected sir. I am suffering from fever. So please grant me leave for 2 days. After that, thanking you, sir. You have to write at middle. After that, your name, your signature, yours faithfully. You have to write at right hand side. It is acceptable. It is not acceptable. Am I right? Actually, see this. Whenever you open a new file, cursor always at the top left corner. Top left corner here. From here to here, you have to move. How to move right side? Tell me. Suppose cursor is here. I want to move here. How to move the cursor to here? By pressing space bar or by pressing tab key. Tab key also, right? Space bar, good. Space bar or tab key. Tab key is better. Why? Because once you press a tab key, it moves 6 characters forward. In the same manner, in C language, if you use /T, it moves the cursor to a tab distance forward. It moves the cursor to a tab distance. Tab distance means how much? Tab distance means 6 spaces. Tab distance forward. Right. After writing leave letter, I want to move to next line. How to move to next line? For that, in C language, you have to write /n. /n means new line. It move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Next line or new line. It move the cursor to the beginning of next line or new line. Suppose I committed any mistake, then you have to press backspace. It remove the last character. In C language, you have to write /B. It move the cursor to a character backside. It move the cursor to a character backward. Backward. Right. Suppose now I am here. I want to move here to here. Means beginning of same line. For that you have to write /r. R means return. It move the cursor to the beginning of same line. To the beginning of same line. If you want to move the beginning of next line, you have to use /n. If you want to move the beginning of same line, you have to use /r. Right. Yes. Carriage return. R for return. Carriage return. Right. Suppose in C language, if you want to print anything, you have to write printf function. Within the double quotation, you need to mention the data. Whatever you want to print, you have to mention there. Now I want to print India. So India. I want to print this India within the single quotation. Then you have to write /single quotation. /single quotation. Otherwise it produces error. Why? What is the problem here? You started double quotation, you ended single quotation. Like that computer will feel. Here you started single quotation, you ended double quotation. Both are not matched. Like that computer will feel. Actually it is opening. It is not closing. It is a symbol to be printed on screen. So you have to use /. So what is the use of /single quotation? It is used to print single quotation in output. If you want to print a single quotation output, you have to use the /single quotation. Suppose I want to print a double quotation in output. So /double quotation you have to mention. /double quotation you have to mention. Now /double quotation. What is the use of this one? It is used to print what you want to print? Double quotation. Double quotation in output. If you want to print a double quotation, then you have to use /double quotation. Suppose I want to print a/n. A/n. Then whatever you want to print, that should be represented inside the printer, inside the double quotation. So I represented A/n. But it won't print A/n. Just it print A. After printing A, what is the meaning of /n? It move the cursor to the beginning of next line, like this. Now if you want to print /, you have to use double /. Then first of all it print A. After that a double /, it print /. After that it print n. So if you want to print / in output, you have to use double / in output. It is used to print. It is used to print single /. Single operator. /operator in output. So these are the some of the escape sequences. Those can be used while writing the programs. Now tell me, what is escape sequence? What is escape sequence? It is a special character. It is a special character. It always begins with which symbol? Tell me. It always begins with / symbol. Not by, / symbol. Not divided by, / symbol. So it is used to change the sequence of output. Change the sequence of output. See this diagram? Here the data is in sequence. Here the data is not in sequence, but it is in specific format. So if you want to change the sequence, then you have to use these special characters. It can be used while printing, not while reading. It can be used while printing the data. Print the data means output only. That is with output. While doing output, then only you have to use escape sequences. Otherwise, you should not use the escape sequences. Note on this. After completion of writing, please tell me. Right, Sushkar completed. Shagil Khan completed. My dear friends, today time is up. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. If you have any doubt in today's class, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Shagil Khan, today's class is okay? Jitendra Singh, 4 demo classes will be there, right? 4 demo classes will be there. Otherwise, 5 demo classes will be there. Demo classes will be ended by Friday. Right? If you don't have any doubt, I will leave the class. Right. Thank you. Right, my dear friends, good evening. Right. Today I am going to explain what are the input and output functions we can use to perform input and output operations. Right. Now I will give a table to you which contains input and output methods. Now it is data type, it is input function, it is output function. Input is nothing but reading the data. It is nothing but reading the data. Output is nothing but printing the data. Suppose we have character data type. Now, what are the functions available to read character? We have three types of functions. We can use getChar function, or we can use getChe function, or we can use getCh function. To print a character, we can use putChar function. Only one function is available to print a character. Now, R is a character, A is a character, M is a character, A is a character. When we combine these four, then it becomes string. String is nothing but a group of characters, string. Now to read a string, we have gets function. To print a string, we have puts function. After that, suppose you have character, integer, float, double, string, and so on. Any data can be read by using scanf function. Any data can be print by using printf function. These are the functions available to perform input and output operations. These are the functions available to perform input and output operations. Now I will explain one by one. First of all, note on this. What is this function? Note on this. Then I will explain one by one. Input and output of functions means, what is the meaning of this one? The functions, those are used to perform input and output operations. Output operations are called generally IO functions. These are called as IO functions. The following IO functions are supported by C language. This is the list. Right. Note down from here input and output functions. Right. After completion of writing, please tell me. Sairam, just now you came. Shagil Khan, just now you came. To read a character, to read a single character, we can use getChar function, or we can use getChe function, or we can use getCh function. To print a single character, we can use putChar function. String means a group of characters, like your name, Sai, it contains 3 letters. Shagil, it contains 6 letters. Group of characters is nothing but string. To read a string, we can use gets. To print a string, we can use puts. Scanf is a function which can read any type of data. Printf is a function which can print any type of data. So these two are general functions. I will explain you how these functions works and how to use them. Right. Writing completed? If you complete the writing, please tell me. Jyotirmay completed? Jyotirmay. Completed. Good. Now, how to use getChar function? What is the use of this one? GetChar function is used to read a single character. By using getChar function, you can read only one character. So it is used to read a single character. A character means single character. The meaning of getChar is it stands for get a character. GetChar means get a character. Actually, its capacity is to read a single character, but it takes data from you multiple characters. Whenever you press enter, then it won't take the data, it stop reading. So it always wait for enter key. It always wait for your enter key. So it wait for enter key. Suppose I type apple, but it can read only one character. It cannot take apple, total characters it cannot take. What is the first character of apple? A. It can store only first letter. So it can store only first letter of input. In your input, what is the first letter? That only can store. Other data will be deleted. This is the getChar function. I will explain you through the program. Right. Now to write a program, we have to use some softwares. Turbo C++ IDE you can use. Now I am using code block software. Double click on that. It opens code block software. I am opening code block software to write a C program. Right. I am opening a recent file. Right. This is the sample C program now. Hash include stdio.h, int main. These two curly brackets, it indicates beginning of function, it indicates ending of function. You have to write code in between these two curly brackets. You have to write code here. In my example, I have to use which function? getChar function. What is the use of this function? It can read a character. So in my example, I will read a character and print it. That's it. So to store the character, we need a container. That container is called as variable. Am I right? So I am creating a character variable, character ch. Whenever you write this one, what happens? Inside the computer memory, computer will create a variable. It is a computer memory. Inside this, you can create a variable and named it as ch. What is the name of this variable? Ch. Now, computer will name it as ch. In this variable, you can store a single character. Right. Now, first of all, we need to read the data. How to read the data? Computer should ask you, enter a character. Computer should ask a question, type a character. How computer can communicate with you? Computer can communicate with you by printing a message on screen. How to print a message? For that, I have to use printf function. Printf. What is the question I have to ask? Enter a character. It will ask you, type a character. Enter means typing. Now, after reading this question, you will type a character. That character should be read. How to read a character? By using which function? I will use getChar function. Right? I will use getChar function. GetChar. It will read a character. After reading the character, you have to store in this variable. What is the name of this variable? Ch. Ch is the variable name. So I am storing the details. I am storing the result in ch. Now, I read the character successfully. How I can know which character I read? So suppose you type apple, but it will store only first character. What is the first character here? A. It will store only A. Remaining data will be deleted. Now I want to print this, but for checking, is it read successfully or not? How to check it? I have to print this. To print a character, which function can I use? Putchar function I can use. Putchar of. Where is the data? Inside the ch. So ch. It is to read the data. It is to print the data. Now I successfully read a character here. I successfully print a character here. Now execute this program. Computer is asking, enter a character, type a character. I typed A. I already told you, it wait for enter key. P. Now also it is waiting for enter key. P. Now also it is waiting for enter key. L. Now also it is waiting for enter key. E. Now also it is waiting for enter key. Now I press enter key. Now it won't read. Right? It won't take data from me. Why? Because I pressed enter no. But it stores apple or first letter. It stores only first letter and printed on screen. Remaining letters will be deleted. Right? Like this, your program can read a character, single character. Now, it is the output. It is the sample program to read a single character. Is it clear? Now I will run once again. Run this program. Enter a character. I am typing India. Until you press enter key, it takes the data. But it can store only first letter. What is the first letter? I. It will store I and print on screen. So it can read only one character. Its capacity is to read a single character. That too, the first character you type, that will be stored in ch. After that, it will be printed on screen. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can write. Sushkar, is this program okay to you? Good, good. Write down this. After completion of writing, please tell me. Right. Completed. Good. Now, what is my next function? I have to explain get CHE. Now, what is the disadvantage of previous function? Tell me. You can read a character by using get char or by using get CHE also. Now, what is the drawback of this one? Its capacity is to read a single character, even though it is taking multiple characters from me. It is the disadvantage. But why it is waiting for enter key? But this is a function, it does not wait for enter key. It takes only single character from you, it prints the data. So we can save our time. What is the use of typing PPLE? Waste, no? So it will be the better than get char. Now, it is used to read a character. It is also used to read a single character. It stands for, what is the meaning of this one? It stands for get a character. E means with echo. With echo. Echo means the meaning of echo is display. The meaning of this one is it will read the data and whatever the data you typed that will be displayed on screen. There is no confidential. Whatever the data you typed that will be displayed to others also. So that is known as get CHE. Right. It is an input function. Which type of function? It is an input function. It does not wait for enter key. It don't wait for enter key. It does not wait for enter key. Now I will explain sample program here. See, here instead of get char, I am using get CHE. To store a character, you have to create a character variable. After that, you have to read the data. Before reading, computer should ask a question to you. So it is asking enter a character. Now you will type a character that can be read by using get CHE function. It will read a character and stored in CH. After that, the data entered by you that is in CH that will be printed on screen. Now execute this program. In previous example, I typed apple, but now I cannot type apple. Why? Because it will read only one character from you. Now I type R. See, immediately it gives the answer. It is input typed by me. It is output printed by computer. So this is the output for this. It does not wait for enter key. That is the advantage of this function. This is output. Now what is output? 2 R's. 1 R and second R. Now this is input. Anyone you can type cap letter or small letter. Anyone you can type. It is input. Now what about this one? This is output. This is output. Right? Now this is the program for this. It doesn't wait for enter key. Simply it read a single character and immediately move to the next line and it print the output. Next program will be stopped here. Right? In this way, this program will be executed. Is it clear? What is the difference between get char and get CHE? Shagil Khan. Shagil Khan is asking one question. Please listen. Why we have to write a hash include stdio.h? Right. Shagil Khan, if you get any problem, then you need a tablet. For that, where you will go? You will go to a medical shop. Am I right? In medical shop, all the medicines will be available. From that, you will get a tablet and your problem will be cleared. Am I right? Right. In the same manner, I want to do a function. For that, I need chairs, I need tables, I need a tent saman. All it is available in tent house. Am I right? I will bring them from tent house and I will complete my function. In the same manner, all these functions, printf function, get care function, put care function, all these functions are available in this header file. We have to include it and we can use them. Otherwise, you cannot use all these functions. Those are available to write your program. Is it clear, Shagil? Shagil, is it clear now? Good. Right out. Right, completed. Can I go to next one? What is the next function? Get ch. Shagil Khan. Any doubt? Right. Get ch. What is the difference between get che and get ch? Here E is there, here E is not there. Ante am I right? So it is with echo, it is without echo. Without echo means it will read the data, but don't display on screen. Whatever the data you typed, don't display on screen. Whenever you take money from ATM, then you have to type PIN number. That PIN number can be displayed to others or not? Not display. So you have to read the data hiddenly. You have to read the data secretly. You have to read the data confidentially. For that situation, get ch is suitable. Now, what is getCH function? It is also used to read a single character. It is used to read a single character. It stands for get a character. It reads data without echo. Without echo. What is the meaning of echo? Display. Means it reads the data but won't display to others. It is used to read confidential information. Confidential data. It is used to read confidential data. It is an input function. It is used to read the data. So it is an input function. I will explain sample program here. Right. See this. Instead of using getChe, I am using getCH. Now execute this program. Computer is asking to type a letter. I am typing T. Now where is the output? I type T. I won't get any output. Where is my output? Actually, it is the output. Input will not be displayed to you. Why? Because it reads the data confidentially. It is output. It won't display. It reads the data, but it won't display. Now you can ask, sir, it is displaying now. For testing, I am printing this. If I remove this line, put care of CH, then it won't display. Computer is asking a character. I am typing R. It read the data successfully, but it didn't display. It doesn't display any data here. It reads the data confidentially. So for testing purpose, I am using this line, put care of CH. Is it reading successfully or not? I want to test it. For that I used this one. Then it is getting the output what you typed. So in this way, you can read the data confidentially by using getCH function. If you want to read password or if you want to read PIN number, then you have to use getCH. You don't use getChar or getChe, right? So this is the program and information. Right of this. Shagil Khan, you mentioned round brackets here. stdio.h should be right inside the angular brackets, less than and greater than. These two are not round brackets, right? You have to write less than symbol here. You have to write greater than symbol here. After completion of writing, please tell me. Right, completed. Good. Now, in all these programs, I use putchar. No, I will give information about putchar function. Putchar function. What is the use of putchar function? Tell me. You already used it. What is the use of this one? It is used to print a single character. That's it. It is used to print a character on screen. A character on screen. So it is an output function. It is not input function. It will display the output. So it is an output function. Now, what is the meaning of putchar? It stands for put a character. Its meaning is put a character. Right. Now we already know how to use it. Already I used it in 3 programs. So there is no special example for putchar. Now the next function is gets function. How to use gets function? See this? Gets function is used to read a group of characters. That is nothing but string. So what is the use of it? It is used to read a character or group of characters. Group of characters. Group of characters is nothing but string. What is the meaning of this one? It stands for get string. It stands for get string. Right. Now it is an input function. It is an input function. It can read data from you. Right. Actually, string means Rama is a string. Rama is a string. Sita is a string. Rama Rao, it is also a string. But here we separated these 2 words by using space. These type of names can be read by using gets function only. If you want to read data with spaces, you must and should use gets function. Now it allows spaces in input. It allows spaces in input. Right. Now I will explain a sample program for this. Sample program. Right. Now see this. What I have to read here? A single character or group of characters? Group of characters. Suppose your name. Your name is a string. Why? Because your name contains a group of characters. So characters means we have to use data type character. Now I am going to read a student name. So I named the variable as S name. Student name may have multiple characters, no? So I have to mention the size. I mentioned 100. What is the meaning of this one? In this variable, you can store up to 100 characters. You can store Sai because it contains only 3 letters. You allotted 100 character size. You can store Sai or you can store Rama. Just at 4 letters. You can store Ramana. Ramana means 6 letters. You can store up to 100 letters. That is the meaning of this one. Now, how to read the data? You can read the data by using printf and scanf. Couple of statements. In printf, you have to ask the question. Enter your name. What I need? I am going to read your name. So enter your name. It is the question. Enter your name. How to read a name? Name means it is a single character or group of characters. Group of characters. What is the function I have to use to read a group of characters? Gets function I have to use. Gets of. What is the variable name here? Variable name is S name. So we have to mention the S name here. Now it read the name from you and stored in this. It will store the data in this variable. After reading the data, you have to test whether you read the data successfully or not. How to test? Just by printing. How to print a string? By using puts function. Puts. Where the data is? The data is in this variable. What is the name of this variable? S name. So S name. Like this you have to write. These two lines are to read the data. This one line is to print the data. Here you read a string. Here you print a string. To read a string, which function you have to use? Get function you have to use. To print a string, which function you have to use? Puts function you have to use. So you read it, you printed, right? This is about string reading. Now enter your name. My name is Shagil Khan. I am typing. Right? Now it will take spaces also. See, it prints Shagil Khan. Right? It allows the spaces also in between the inputs. That is the speciality of this function. Right. Now this is the sample program. What is the output? I will run this program again. Right. Enter your name. I am typing K Jyotirmayi. Right. It print K space Jyotirmayi. It will allow the spaces also in input. That is the speciality of gets function. Right. Now write on this. Note on this one. After completion of writing, please tell me. Right. Now I will explain about puts function. Already I used here puts function. What is the use of puts function? It is used to print a string. It is used to print a string on screen. It is an output function. It is not input function. Now, it stands for, what is the meaning of puts? It stands for put string. Right? Now, I will explain the next function, that is scanf function. Scanf function. There are some doctors, orthopedic. He is a special doctor, am I right? There is a doctor, ENT. He is also a special doctor. There is a doctor, dermatologist. He is also a special doctor. There is a doctor, general doctor. General doctor means he can see any type of disease. He can check any type of disease. He can treat any type of disease. In the same manner, scanf is also a general function. It can read any type of data. So, what is the meaning of scanf? Scanf means scan formatted. You have to remember this one, right? It stands for, scan means scan. F means formatted. Scan formatted. It is used to read any type of data. Any type of data it can read. It is a general purpose input function. General purpose input function. Right. Now, what is the syntax? Syntax means how to use it. Scanf function can be used like this. First of all, you have to mention scanf. After that, you have to mention format specifiers. Format specifiers means %D, %C, %F, like that. Here you have to use the ampersand symbol. Ampersand. The symbol name is ampersand. After that, you have to mention variable names. Variable names you have to mention. Finally, you have to put semicolon. In this way, you have to use scanf function. I will give an example. Example. Suppose I want to read roll number and student name. To read the data, I have to use scanf function. First, what I have to read? Roll number. Roll number means number. Number means integer. Integer. What is the format specifier of integer? %I or %D. D means decimal number. Now scanf means reading. Reading a decimal number. That is the meaning. After that, I want to read your name. Your name means string. %S you have to use. %S means string. Comma. Here you have to use the ampersand symbol. So ampersand. What you have to read? Roll number you have to read. After that, what you have to read? Student name you have to read. Like this, you have to read the data by using scanf. Scanf means you are going to read the data. What type of data? One number and one string. %D represents number. %S represents string. After reading the data, you are going to store in roll number and S name variables. Like this, you can read the data. In the same manner, printf function. Same manner, printf function also like this. Printf. What is the meaning of printf function? Right. The meaning of it stands for print formatted. Print formatted. It is used to print any type of data. It can print any type of data on screen. It is a general purpose output function. Output function. What is the syntax of this one? The syntax is like this. Printf. Same as it is, but you don't use ampersand. That's it. It is just like as scanf. You have to use format specifiers. Format specifiers, comma. Don't use ampersand. Just mention the variable names. That's it. I will give an example here. Example. I want to print roll number and student name. I already read roll number and student name. No, I want to print those. Now I am going to print. First, what you are going to print? Roll number. So roll number equal to. Roll number means it is a number. What is the format specifier of number? Percentage D. You have to mention here. Percentage D, comma. Here you have to mention the variable name. Roll number. Printf function always executed from right to left. It always executed from right side to left side. From right to left. First of all, it get the data from roll number and substituted here. Now suppose roll number contains 10. It substituted 10 here. Now it becomes roll number equal to 10. That will be printed on screen. In this way, you can print the data on screen. Right? Now, write down this. Note down this. Right, after completion of writing, please tell me. right? If completed, you can leave, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask, otherwise you can leave. Am I audible? Right. Now today, you already came to know what is scanf, what is printf. Today I will explain some programs on printf and scanf. My first program is write a program to read two numbers, comma, find the sum. Now how to do it? To write a program, we have to open the code block software. I am opening recent file. I am removing the code. I will write my code here. First of all, what is the question? Read out. Try to understand. Write a program to read two numbers and find the sum. First of all, we have to read the two numbers. After reading, we have to store them. So we need to create two variables. You can take number 1 comma number 2, two numbers, or A comma B. It is also very easy. Variable name is, it is up to you. You can give any name to variable. Number 1, number 2, it's also okay. A, B, it is also okay. After reading two numbers, what we have to do? We have to find a sum. To store the sum, I created one more variable. I created three variables like this. Now what to do? You have to read two numbers. Reading the data means a couple of statements. Printf and scanf you have to write. In printf, you have to ask the question. What you have to ask? Ask to enter two numbers. Enter two numbers. It is the question. Then user can read this question and he will enter two numbers. Those two numbers can be read. Scanf %d, %a, comma %b. To read the data, we have to use scanf function. To read two numbers, you have to mention two %ds. You are storing the first number in A. You are storing the second number in B. Now you have two numbers. Then what to do? You have to find sum. How to find sum? A plus B. That is the logic. A plus B. After finding the sum, what to do? We have to print the result. How to print the result? Printf. Sum equal to %d comma sum. This is the logic. Right? What you are going to print, you have to specify. To print anything, printf statement you have to use. What you are going to print here? Sum. So specify that. Sum equal to. Here what you have to print? Number. Number means %d. From where we need to get this information? In this variable. Printf function always executed from right to left. First it gets the data from sum and substituted here. Suppose first number is 10, second number is 20. Now a plus b equal to 30. That was stored in sum. 30 will be get from sum and substituted here. Now it becomes sum equal to 30. That will be printed on screen by using printf function. Right, like that you can complete this program. Enter two numbers. My first number is 10, second number is 20. See this? Sum equal to 30. It is the logic. Execute this program again. First number is 50. Second number is 15. What is the sum of these two? 65. Sum equal to 65. It is the answer. Like that, you can write this program. Right. You can type the numbers line by line or by side. If you want to type the numbers side by side, you have to use space. Don't give comma. If you want to enter line by line, then you can press enter. 40. Enter 20. In this way also you can enter. Side by side also you can give, or line by line also you can enter. In this way also you can enter the data. Output 2. It is output 2. It is output 1. Now what is the program? This is the program. Find the sum of two numbers. Right. Write out this program. If completed, please tell me. Right. Now, my second program. Write a program to read marks in 3 subjects, comma, find the total and the average marks. Read out the question. What we have to do? We have to read the marks in 3 subjects. Then what to do? We have to find the total and average. Now, come here. How many variables we have to create? We have to read marks in 3 subjects means marks in first subject M1, marks in second subject M2, marks in third subject M3. You can take ABC also. Variable name is not compulsory. You can take your own name. Right. After that, I have to find total. After that, I have to find the average marks. Actually, average is integer or float? Tell me. Identify the data type of average. Is it integer or float? In